Hello everyone. My name is Lee. I guess we can get started. Today's topic I want to follow the Odoo you know event trend. Talking about AI. So I'm gonna share my success story with one of our clients in field service, where they successfully deploy Odoo and successfully integrated AI into their Odoo system, and bringing a lot of value to their business. So for those of you who are not on Odoo 18 or Odoo 19, doing a version upgrade is not an immediate option. This topic for you, so you can explore on how to integrate AI, with your current Odoo system, although you're on an older version. I'm just showing you some number here. A lot of field service companies today still depend on gut feeling or experience to make important decisions, and most of the work are still being done manually. There's so much more room for us to kind of unlock the potential of AI. Odoo is great. It centralizes all the critical operation in one unified system, and it's been adding more and more AI features. But I think to specific industry, there's so much more opportunities for us to explore. And we, Novobi, as an Odoo Go partner, our goal is very simple. We come to you, listen to your pain points, regardless of the Odoo version you're on. We'll find the right AI tool, the right solution, and we together build it with you, deploy it for you to maximize your business potential. Okay, so as you can see here, some numbers. We can all see that AI is already making significant impact on the field service industry if you deploy it correctly. You can see higher daily productivity and time saving. It means that you have more time investing on higher value tasks, scaling your business. Unplanned downtime is reducing significantly if you apply AI correctly, and that means you can make the customer happier. First time fixed rate, which is a very important metric for a field service company. It means that the chance that you get a job done on the first visit has increased, and that leads to a higher customer satisfaction. And most of the companies, according to some published survey, if they apply AI correctly, they will see a very early result, high return on investment, right? In the first 6 months. So it's changing everything now, and we want to show you a success story of one of our clients. They are a pool service company, so what they do is they provide a service, cleaning the pool, cleaning the filter, and now they're expanding their business to pool construction. And while they were growing, they were facing a lot of different business challenges, that preventing them from scaling. And we deploy a couple of solutions. Those may not be like the most sophisticated solution, but it works and it helps addressing a lot of issues for this customer. So number one, they have a pretty thin quality team, and after every job gets done, they typically send a QC onto the job site to check the quality of the work. And doing that just randomly, just because they don't have enough manpower to check on all the completed jobs. And at some point when the technicians group scales, it's hard for the QC team to keep up. That led to so many quality issues, defects, and they had to do a lot of rework, causing some unhappy customer to leave. Also they have a lot of channel collecting feedback from their customers. Some of the clients send text message, email them, taking phone calls. It's just very overwhelming for the customer service team to take all of those communication, address their feedback on a timely manner. And then as the manager, they don't have a lot of visibility onto the operational data because the data is spread across different systems, and within Odoo, they don't understand the relationship between different data models. It makes it very hard for them to make a data-driven, informed decision. So we kind of come up with different solutions, and I'm going to show you how we solve those problems with AI. for this company. And the fun fact is that they are now on Odoo 14. So for those of you who want to deploy a solution for your current Odoo version, you can think about it. With AI, the sky is the limit, and you really think have to be creative and flexible, and work with a trusted partner. So the application number one that I want to show you is basically solving one of the problems that I mentioned. So there's a channel where the customer service team taking on feedbacks and communication from customers. And most of them send SMS messages. We take on those messages into Twilio and we store them into Odoo. And what Odoo does is we create a task within Odoo where we send those SMS contents to OpenAI through API. And we have OpenAI analyzes the sentiment of that message to basically assess the criticality. And we tag those messages if urgent or not, and we trigger immediate action or alert to whether the QC team or the technician team. So we assign to those customer service representative or QC person to take immediate action to resolve the issues. Because if you operate a pool cleaning, after you get the work done, the pool is leaking, you cannot take one day to fix the issue. You have to address it right away. You have to dispatch a team or a technician to solve the problem right away. And sometimes customers just send you a thank you note, you're doing a great job. And in those cases, you want to route those messages to an AI agent to basically auto-reply, do an auto-reply to get back to the customer, right? You don't have to take any immediate action. So I'm gonna show you a quick demo. These are pre-recorded because of the time limitation, but I'm happy to share with you a full demo upon request. So there will be a QR code at the end for you to scan to connect with me and my company. So this is basically the discussed application in Odoo, and like I said, it's on Odoo 14, and basically we customize it so it has two main channels. The first one is the SMS notification channel. It's for those customers that send us messages, and we can identify who they are based on their phone number. We are able to match them with a customer profile. And for those that send the message that we don't know who they are just because we don't have their phone number in the contact book, so it will be landed on the unknown customer notification, and then someone will have to go in and kind of assign those messages to a specific customer, do some investigation, figure out who they are, and do the assignment. So you can see, and this is the main channel where you can kind of tell which customer message us and what's the issue that they have. It's all recorded in Odoo, and then right now I'm expecting a message, so I just received a new message, as you can see at the very bottom. I'm pretending to be a customer. I send a message, Twilio captures and send it to Odoo. We store it here, we display it on the queue. So this is the screen where the customer service team will be looking at all the time. And there's always going to be like a scheduled action that scans these new messages, trying to triage them based on the content, the urgency. And as you can see right now, what I'm doing behind the scene is I trigger that action. So you can see this message will be tagged based on the urgency. I'll give it 1 second. Yeah, so in real time, it will tag the message as critical, meaning something that you have to take action on. There's a couple actions that you can do here. In this case, I'm just assigning this, feedback or request to myself as the customer service rep, and then I can click on it to basically going into the conversation with this customer. So this customer Lee, he is not happy with the service that I perform. He requesting for a technician to come on site to check out the pool just because it's been leaking since the cleaning. So here in this screen, as a customer representative, got assigned to this task. I have a couple options, as you can see. I'm writing a log. I'm logging a note to my team, letting them know that we should dispatch a technician to the job site to check it out. I can also send an SMS message to reply to this customer. I can also send an on-the-way note, meaning that I'm dispatching a team and we expect the customer to wait, and then also completed the job. The assignment. So you can see here, this is really the instruction that we built. So it's very similar to the prompt that you'll be writing on the Odoo AI action in Odoo 19. We built this in Odoo 14. It basically works the same way. It has the instruction. It's basically telling the AI how to kind of assess the message content and come up with a scoring. So we have to define the scoring and the priority according to the content of the message. Right? And then there's also some other instruction. So that's the first application. We leverage AI into customer service operations, and we were able to boost their productivity and improve the service quality significantly after we deploy the solution. So this is the second application that I have. So this one, basically what we want to do is when we send a technician on site and they have a mobile application, which we custom built for this client as well, they will take a before photo and then after service photo, and they submit through the mobile application. That mobile application will send those images to Odoo, and we just doing a quality check. Instead of sending someone on site, taking a picture, writing notes into your quality checklist, we're having Odoo working with AI to do all that without human intervention. So there's a set of rules that we define, right? And then, for example, if you perform a cleaning service, then you want the AI to check for the water color and water level. You want to check if there's any bubble in the pool that you can detect. So we're asking AI to kind of analyze those images based on our predefined criteria and assign a score, right? If something like if something goes wrong, it will mark the job as quality check failed, so that someone would go and take a look. Otherwise, it will just pass it and send like some sort of notification the job has been completed to the customer, right? So let me play it. So very similar to the previous example, we have an open AI task with other instruction, built out like that. And we're telling AI to basically go and assess each one of those quality images to see if they are offensive, they're unqualified, meaning that the AI cannot read, what's inside the image because it's blurry or, it's low quality. And then we assign like some sort of scoring so that we can assess the quality of the job upon completion. And also, in this case, I want to also ask AI to suggest whether I want to rotate my image, because I'm going to send the job completion report to my customer, right? But sometimes you take an image, but it's not well aligned. Sometimes you want to do a rotation. AI will do that automatically for you as well. It will look at the image to see if it should rotate, 90 degree, 180 degrees, something like that, and to be incorporated into the job completion report. So this is basically, it's a bit technical, but it's very flexible in terms of what you can do with the input and the output from AI, right? And then this is, a practical example of a completed job. We have a bunch of images uploaded by this technician to Odoo. You can see here we took pictures of the pool, We took pictures of the, the pipes. And once they are uploaded to Odoo, we are going to send them to OpenAI with the predefined instruction. It's going to analyze and it's going to give us the scoring. So by looking at those images, it's going to look at those criteria. It assigns the score. You can see at the after service column, it assigns a score for each one of those. So you'll be looking at water clarity, you'll be looking at water level, water color, foam or bubbles, and each one of those criteria has a weight, so it can calculate the overall score for the job. Typically over 8 is good enough and you can consider this passed, but if there's some issue, the job will be marked as to be checked again. Right. So this is, so for example, in this example, the image is very blurry and the AI cannot, understand what's inside. So it kind of give a score of 0 and it marked this job as, having unqualified image. And if you go to the quality report, all the after service, didn't get assigned a score. Therefore, someone will have to take, some action to kind of re-upload those images so that AI can kind of perform the quality analysis. So this is our second application that we built for them. And the third one, which is pretty interesting. So if you follow the AI keynote and some other Odoo new features in Odoo 19, it is very exciting to see the AI agent where you can just write a query in natural language and then have it kind of scan all the report, building out a filter, doing the group by and show you, the data within Odoo. So our solution is very similar. We build an AI chatbot, but our vision is beyond Odoo. So what we do is we want a service that can kind of read the data, understand the data from your data warehouse, because you may have more than just Odoo, right? You may have Shopify, you have BigCommerce, you're pulling data from your 3PL warehouse system, and you want to kind of consolidate them into a data warehouse so that you can run reports on, and this solution will enable you to do that, right? So we create a service outside of Odoo. Basically, that service is based on Ren AI. For you who are not familiar with Ren AI, it's a service that you can deploy, which can kind of convert the text into SQL query. It can verify SQL query, and then kind of it has a semantic layer where you can provide additional context or instruction for it to generate those SQL query more accurately. It executes those query and it uses OpenAI to kind of preparing a summary and kind of analyze the result for you, and then it present you with the result, right? So in this very example, I built a chatbot in Odoo where it integrates directly with Ren AI, and Ren AI will do the work all behind the scene and return the result to Odoo. This service can be integrated into any chatbot you may have in your company. Doesn't have to be Odoo. So that's the vision. We want to extend Odoo capabilities to something bigger that cover more, system that you may have in your organization today. Okay, so I'm going to show you a quick demo. So this application is built on Odoo 18. Typically, I have a data assistant bot here where you can just come in and ask a question, right? So I want to find, the technicians that perform the most tasks in Q2 2025 so that I can kind of, give them the employee of the month reward. And I ask AI to just provide me the data instead of me having to go to different reports. So it's returning me the result. So it has a summary at the top. It also gives me a CSV file with all the detail in there. You can see, the technician name, the month, year, and the number of completed tasks, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's explore another use case. In this very example, I wanted to not only generate a summary, give me an Excel file, but I want to generate a chart for me to look at, or I can, embed somewhere else. So I'm sending another request. You can see the prefix, which is chart, is going to interact with the backend service, which is RenAI, and it's going to kind of convert my natural language query into SQL. It runs it, and it returns me, with first the summary, the Excel file that I can download, and also the interactive chart showing beautifully on the screen. Okay. Yeah. So all the data is on your fingertip. It's very easy to access, and this is the backend. So basically, we build a connector with RenAI. You can see these are different questions that I send to it, and green meaning it runs successfully, and it's also giving you the SQL that it ran. You can double check, and if there's some nuances that it cannot understand and you want to provide more context to it, what you can do is you can set up some sort of manual instruction. So these instructions will be indexed by RenAI. It will be stored in a vector database, and it will use those information to basically enhance the accuracy of the text to SQL generation or conversion. So this is some setup instruction that I set. Because as you may be familiar with Odoo, and Odoo doesn't call customer a customer, they call customer a REST partner. So you have to give those some sort of ad hoc instruction in order to get more accurate result. Yeah. So that's the third application that we developed for the client. And let me get back to the presentation. I want to share, a transformational journey of that client. So I started working with them, I think 5 years ago. They were pretty small, just a group of 10, 20 technicians. They were using a system they built themselves, and they use Odoo Community. I think they were on Odoo Community 11, but they only use Odoo for invoice generation and recurring payment capturing. We work with them, we resolve for them a lot of performance issues, and then we convinced them to move to Odoo Enterprise. At the time they implemented Odoo Enterprise, they retired the homegrown system. They completely moved to Odoo Enterprise and were successfully integrated the core operations, including field service, CRM, sales, accounting, under one system. They're very happy. So at that time, they see the need to scale. They have more and more technicians, and the technician didn't have any tool to use. They have to write information into the paper and hand it to those manager. They log into the system. So they thought about a solution where it allows their technician access information in Odoo, like work orders, routing, customer information, or they check the part availability in different storage warehouse. And we decided to build a mobile application which interacts with Odoo via API, and it's been a successful project for us. Their technician now uses every day, and it's very efficient for them to see all the information and being able to send information back and forth with people in the office. And now they're at the stage where they are exploring AI and incorporate AI in optimizing their business workflows. So you can see some example that I've shown earlier. They do customer sentiment analysis with Odoo. They implemented quality reports, automation with Odoo. They are exploring a lot of AI reporting capabilities. I think this journey is amazing because it really transformed the IT landscape from a very small, like fragmented system to a, kind of a full-fledged Odoo system integrated with a lot of different services. So this is the picture of their IT landscape today. So they have Odoo in the middle running the core operations, right? And then they have the integration with different third-party services to run their business. On top, you can see the mobile app we built, for iOS and also Android for their technician. They can, stop the job and time logging, things like that. Our system with like routing, optimization, checking inventory. And then in the middle, we are incorporating more and more AI solutions into their Odoo so that they can scale faster and they can streamline the operations more efficiently. Okay, yeah. So I think this is some information about us. So we are Novobi. We have been in this space for more than 10 years. We specialize in Odoo implementation, data analytics, and AI personalization. We want to, connect with you if you have AI solution needs. Happy to discuss. We have 92% client retention rate, and a lot of our clients stay with Odoo longer than 3 years. So happy to connect with you all. This is the QR code for you to get a recording of this talk, or you can connect with me at the Novobi booth. Thank you so much. All right. I think it's time to take some questions. If you guys have any questions. No, that is a solution that we built in-house, and we're not, we don't have a plan to push it to Odoo App Store. So if you want to deploy a solution for your company, you can reach out and we can discuss, how to deploy that solution. Yeah.
So you got like 2 minutes?
For the second use case, were you using like an image classification model for that and then sending it to OpenAI, or were you just sending the picture to OpenAI?
First we upload those images to S3, and then we send a link to OpenAI. OpenAI can read the image from S3, download it, and then analyze it. Okay. Yeah, so if there's no other questions, thank you everyone for your participation.